Hey guys, you're watching the theleiav. It's Shanti here today, and I'm going to be showing you how to recreate this beautiful look JLo had at the Golden Globe Awards. As soon as I laid my eyes on this makeup look, I knew that I had to recreate it. So if you want to know how to get this look, all you have to do is just keep on watching. In the meantime, just have a look at how amazingly beautiful JLo is in this beautiful mustardy yellow gown that she had on. She was simply breathtaking. This is the makeup look that I came up with, inspired from her beautiful look, and I hope you like it. As always, to extend the longevity of the eyeshadow, I go in with a eyelid primer. I'm using the Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer in Eden. To set the eyeshadow primer, I go in with a skin colored eyeshadow to just remove the tackiness from the eyelid primer and set it as well. I took a light colored camel shade onto a fluffy blending brush and went over the tops of my creases for a tiny bit of definition. On a smaller blending brush, I took this deep shade of orange and placed it right on top of the former color that I've just placed on top of the creases, and this kind of gives very layered, beautiful blended look, just like how JLo had. Instead of windshield wiper motion, I used circular motions on the brush, and I felt like this gave a better diffuse color. The orange is of a more stronger pigment. For my brow bone highlight as well as my inner tear duct highlight, it is no surprise I went in with my Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal, and instead of swiping the color, I pat the color nicely onto the brow bone and as well as the inner tear duct as well, because I did want to have JLo's glow. JLo had this very greeny yellow on her mobile lid, and this is the closest shade that I could find, and this is actually a shimmering palette. I took this beautiful greeny yellow closest shade that I could find that is closest to what she's having, and again I dabbed the color onto my mobile lid. This step is optional, but I did go in with a deep dark shade of brown to slightly cover up my crease, because I just feel like my makeup is not complete without a deeper, darker crease color like what I usually would like to have. That's the thing with inspired looks, it doesn't have to be a 100% copy, and you can actually customize it to how you like it to be. Now will you excuse me, I have some serious blending to do. I took this coppery shade on a finer detail brush and swept it along the lower lash line. JLo looked almost like she didn't have any eyeliner on, and to mimic that look, I took this black shade of coal and tightlined my upper lash line. And please try not to poke your eyeballs. For an appearance of wider eyes, I went in with a nude coal kajal onto my lower waterline. To thicken up my upper lash line, I went in with a black felt tip liner and drew a very thin line very close to my lashes and did not have a wing out to this look. This step is totally optional though. The eye makeup look is almost complete. Now we just have to pay attention to the lashes. I went in with a eyelash curler of mine that I got recently and gave it a couple of pumps. And I went in with my Rocket Volume Express by Maybelline and gave it a couple of coats on my tops and my bottom lashes. Moving on to the face, I went in with this baby skin pore eraser from Maybelline and specifically placing the product only onto the centers of my areas where visible and enlarged pores are my problem areas. I would not use this as an overall face base though, just take note of that. Next, to even out my overall skin tone, I went in with this L'Oreal's improvised formulation of their True Match foundation in liquid form, and I'm going to be using a foundation brush just to lightly build up the layers. I did actually see JLo's skin through the makeup, although she's wearing makeup. That's one thing about celebrity makeup artists, it's hardly cake makeup with them, so I'm trying to recreate that sort of look. Now to blend in the foundation, I went in with a damp beauty blender and gently just bounced the beauty blender. It gives a very natural finish to the face. To conceal any imperfections and dark under eye circle, I went in with my once favorite Pro Conceal HD High Def. Oh my god, I really feel the need to say the product out in full. I have no idea. I'm just placing the color. This is quite close to my natural skin color and placing it right under my eyes and blending it out with a beauty blender. For highlight, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Medium, and I'm just going to be placing it on the areas where I do want to bring light to, like the center of my forehead, the bridge of my nose, around the cupid's bow, and just around lip area where I have a little bit of discoloration. And I'm using the Beauty Blender to blend things out. For an overall bronzy look, I'm going in with my Bahama Mama bronzer and just slightly dusting it all over the perimeters of my face. To slim down my face a little bit, I'm going to be contouring with the middle shade from this Australis AC On Tour kit with this small brush from e.l.f. It's like really detailed enough so I could get right underneath my cheekbones and carve a little bit of my huge nose that I have, and lightly just like shorten the length of my forehead because I have a 5 head. JLo's makeup artist had used a very deep plummy shade for her cheek color, but I don't have anything of that shade selection. So I'm using this color from Wet n Wild, and because it's quite intense, I used a very small stipple brush to kind of stipple the color in so that it doesn't go on like a big blob of color, and I'm just blending it out with a bigger dual fiber brush. On JLo's lips, her makeup artist had used the Pro Matte Gloss from L'Oreal, and she mixed some deep purpley shades along with maroony shades and a nudie color to achieve this very full luscious lips that JLo has. I used a deep plum lip liner to just gently outline the shape of my lip. I then lined my inner rim of my lips with a nudie color like this one from Direct Cosmetics, and this color is called Nude. So the final shade that I'm going to be laying on is this deep dark maroony red, and I'm just going to be lightly dabbing the color on and build the pigment up as I go along. For some reason, the camera is picking this color much lighter than in person. I can assure you that this is a very deep dark maroony shade of color. To polish up the outer lip line, I went back in with the same shade of lip liner that I've outlined my lips with. No JLo look is complete without her highlight, so I went in with this same Revlon shimmery palette for a cheekbone highlight. And this completes this JLo inspired makeup look, and I hope you enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already for weekly updates from this channel. Visit my blog for more details on this look. This is Shanti signing off, and I will see you next week. Bye guys!